Hello, people of the internet. Thank you and welcome to Inside the Headlines, a channel that gives you insight analysis of trending issues, be it politics, governance, and other related issues. Today, we want to deal in an issue that is regarded as one of the most followed topic in the world history. Now, if we all remember, on the 28th day of February to the year 2026, Iran lost its Supreme Leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei after the US missile struck a place where it's being said they were having some meeting with the son and some government official, a strike that led to loss of his life. From this time to date, he has not been buried, and from the report that we have, he will be relayed to rest on the 9th day of this month, that is July, at his home place of Mashhad. Today, we want to discuss all the issues that relate to this issue. And in studio, I'm joined by great friends of mine, Mr. Frederick and Mr. Moses to the far right. Welcome, gentlemen.
Thank you for inviting us to this show.
Yes.
Thank you.
Now, just a brief one, Moses. From the 28th day of February to 9th day of July, why did it take that long for the Iranian Supreme Leader to be buried?
Yes, first of all, we have to recognize that this was a religious leader, a respected religious leader in that matter. So it is something that could not actually took a very short time, bearing in mind that there was still fight that was still happening in Iran. So it is wise that his burial takes place right now when the country is now peaceful. Remember, this is also a person who is also said that he is peaceful in nature. And also, when we look at the person of stature of Ali Khamenei, the Ayatollah, is referred to as the mullahs. The mullahs are very respected people, and it is imperative that it is buried right now when there is peace.
Yeah, so you've said that they had to wait until they see that everything was settled. Now, just to get more elaboration on this, Mr. Fred, uh, it took, let's say, the intervention of the conflicting nation to come into agreement for them to start arranging for the burial of their supreme leader. But remember, the way we said, the leadership position will never remain vacant. Yeah, after Ayatollah Ali was killed, then his son Mujtab took the mantle. But when you look at the procession, he has never been seen in this funeral procession. What might be the issue?
Thank you, Mr. Bura. It's not only the funeral service of his dad that is missing conspicuously, but as you can see, since he was named the new Supreme Leader, he has never been seen in public. The only directives he makes through statements that are being read on his behalf. He has never released any video talking to the Iranians as their new supreme leader. So there are two schools of thoughts here. There are some people who believe or allege that the new Iranian supreme leader was seriously wounded because when his father was assassinated, he was among the people who were with his father and some other family members. So he was very lucky
to have survived that assassination attempt, because all the other people who were with his dad died, while he just got some injuries. So since that time, I believe that he was seriously wounded, and maybe he's still recuperating in the hospital. That is why he has not been seen uh, since that time until now. Even in fact, people were expecting that now that his father is being is going to be laid to rest, and there is a funeral service for his father. He was supposed to at least to appear so that people can see him, but unfortunately, that has not happened. Then number two, there are also people who believe that after the assassination of the Ali Khamenei, the Iranian mullah, it is believed that the security apparatus of the Iran decided now to take the security of their new supreme leader very seriously. And that is why they don't want the new Iranian supreme leader to appear in public, because appearing in public will expose his life to their adversaries. The adversaries, they don't want the adversaries to know where he is and where he lives, because if they know, it might end up having him assassinated, and that one will be very embarrassing for the country. So they are really taking the security of the new Iranian supreme leader seriously.
Thank you, thank you. Just a follow-up question to you, Fred.
Yeah.
When you look at we call the leadership of the Islamic Revolution of Iran, it's a very interesting one. You realize that in the 1950s, Iran experienced what we can say a brief democratic period where the country was led by Prime Minister Mahmoud Mossadegh. So Mahmoud had a vision for the country. He actually wanted to make Iran's oil a national resource, but this did not sit well with the US, who helped in his overthrowing. He was overthrown in 1953, sorry, and the country went back to absolute monarchy, which was ruled by Shah Mohammad Reza Pahlavi. So you realize that when a democracy is being established, then some of the coup is happening to take the country back. Do you think this was a setback to the leadership of Iran?
Actually, I concur with you on this. It was a big mistake. It is always a serious mistake to overthrow a legitimate government elected by the people. We've seen it in so many countries. Mm. All countries that have overthrown their democratically elected leaders, it takes them time to come back vibrant or come back to uh, embrace the democracy. So you find that after military juntas take over power and they taste the sweetness of power, they will tend to remain in power. Even if the elections are called, they are the people who are going to come back and vie for those seats. So
Yeah.
that nothing has changed. So it is not always wise for lawful and democratically elected government to be overthrown by the either foreign forces or international pressure or even domestically. So the Iranians, after having lost the opportunity to be electing their leaders democratically, since that time, they have never had that opportunity. And I don't think if it will even be soon, uh, they will even have that opportunity anytime or even in the future.
Yeah, it's very, very unfortunate for them. having lost that opportunity in early 1950 when the US and the UK helped to reinstate the leadership of Shah while overthrowing the democratically elected prime minister of the country. To you, Moses, the funeral procession is on. Uh, you remember that on 3rd to 4th, the funeral ceremony began in Tehran, which is the capital city of Iran. And between 5th and 6th, the coffin was displayed for public viewing. On 7th, the ceremony moved to Qom, where funeral prayers was conducted. Then on 8th, the body will transfer to Najaf, Iraq. Now, procession at Imam Ali Shrine, followed by ceremony in Kabbalah. Then lastly on 9th, there will be a final rites and the burial at Mashhad. So if you look at this procession, uh, the first question that I want to ask you, according to Islam belief, they should not be buried in a coffin. But here, Ayatollah Khamenei Ali is being uh, buried in a coffin. How is it working?
Yes, first of all, the people must understand that this is not your the usual funeral.
Yeah.
Yes, this is a very important funeral to the people of Iran and also the Muslims around the world. And if you talk about the funeral, I don't think the issue of funeral should attract a lot of discussions. Yeah, because they can use the funeral. I don't see any problem.
Now, and why is the burial taking place in Mashhad and not Tehran, the capital city where most of the Ayatollah have been buried?
Yeah, the main reason why the funeral, the burial is taking place at Mashhad is that it is the Ayatollah Ali Khamenei that actually wanted maybe one day if he die he would be buried at his birthplace. Yes, so that's the reason.
Fred,
Yes.
why not Iran? Because remember when the first president of Kenya had died, he wanted to be buried in the capital city.
Okay, I think I also agree with the Moses that the wishes of somebody who are deceased must always be obeyed. The Ali Khamenei said that his interment must be at a place where he was born. That's true. Number two, if you look at this thing historically, Ali Khamenei is one of the greatest mullahs of Iran.
Yeah.
And maybe where he is going to be buried will attract a lot of tourists, will attract a lot of religious leaders, Muslim clerics around the world to go and maybe look at how Khamenei could unite Iranians, rule them for more than 30 years as their supreme leader. So again, I think it's also one way of ensuring that he honors the people of where he was born by maybe they will build a good mausoleum for him where people can come and learn his leadership, his religious knowledge, and people will learn a lot about his administration, the decisions he made, and why he made those decisions, and how the decisions he made helped Iran to be strong militarily, to be recognized worldwide, and also to ensure that the people of Iran continue with the traditions and the Islamic doctrines that, because I mean, is the reason why Iran is the main foundation that the Iran was founded on.
Okay, that's very interesting. And the way Moses said that the burial actually is taking place after the peace deal was signed between the US and Iran. Now, the peace deal was signed in Switzerland, and we have to mention that Qatar and Pakistan played a very pivotal role towards reaching this agreement. And the main goal of this agreement was to reopen the Straits of Hormuz and remove the US blockade and unfreeze some of the Iran funds that the US had actually frozen. Now, to you, Moses, this peace deal, we all know that one of the gain it helped the country there can now lay to rest their supreme leader. But are there any other gains that Iran achieved in this deal?
Yes, they have a lot of gains that Iran has achieved. One is that they have just realized that they can get some money from the Strait of Hormuz by tolling the ships that are passing through the strait.
Yeah.
Another gain is the US is now going to unfroze the money that Iran is supposed to get for a long period of time. Sure. There were sanctions and all that, so they are going to get a lot of money from the earlier frozen money, and also another gain is that the Iranians are now able to sell oil freely. Remember, there was a blockade by the US, and they were unable to export the crude oil, so which is right now taking place, and within a short span of time, Iran will be able to stand back again.
Fred, Iran, from the peace deal, Iran is going to get 300 billion US dollars, which, according to the agreement, is to help them reconstruct all the destruction that were made. According to you, is this amount commensurate to the effect that was caused by the war?
No, it is not. No money can buy life, because many lives were lost during the US airstrikes.
Sure.
In Iranian soil. So by just and maybe releasing or lifting sanctions so that Iranians can now benefit from the 300 billion US dollar, I think it is not commensurate with the damage or the destructions that were caused by the airstrikes.
Mm.
So lives were lost, the money cannot replace lives. Yes.
And lastly, one of the nation, when an agreement is being made, there are some benefactors who may not be directly in the war. But when you look at this Iran-US conflict, one of the nations that was really, we can say that really benefited from the peace deal is Lebanon. Remember, according to the agreement, US had to have a ceasefire, and the US agreed to immediately halt the operations in all fronts, including Lebanon. So the conflict between Iran and US helped secure peace in Lebanon. How is this one going to create relations between Lebanon and Iran?
Okay, most of you don't know that Iran as a country has got a long-standing history with Lebanon.
Yeah.
There are some Iranians, folks of Iranian origins that stays in Lebanon. And there is a group in Lebanon called the Hezbollah. So this Hezbollah has been having conflict with Israel, especially on the northern Lebanon, northern Israel rather. So there is a lot of conflict around that region where a lot of Lebanese are being killed by Israelis. So when there was a ceasefire between the US and the Iran, the Iranian also told the US that for us to sign a peace deal with you, you must also prevail upon Israel to ensure that they stop their attacks on the Lebanon part. So I think that is how the peace deal between US and Iran also helped the Lebanon people also to enjoy the peace.
Okay.
Yes.
Currently, the US and Iran are in a 60-day window of negotiating their final, especially on the nuclear treaty. Moses,
Yes.
do we expect this one to materialize? This peace, nuclear treaty?
Yes, after every war, there is the parties will always come to agree at a point, which of course sometimes there is a lot of compromises. So it could materialize, and at the same time it may not, because what they say that they were going to, because the enrichment had reached the 60%,
Yeah.
which could actually lead to the nuclear weapon, the nuclear bomb, as you may say it. But of course, as per now, the Iranians they didn't have those missiles that could actually, of course,
Able to uh, they can be able to have those nuclear warheads
Yes.
being projected
Yes.
to a country.
Of course. But when we look at this, they agreed that they were going to dilute it. The only way maybe they would dilute it to a level that it can generate the citizen nuclear friendly. Yeah. Remember, there is a percentage that can be useful in terms of generation of energy, and also just civilian weapons. But now we don't really know whether the Iranians, especially the IRGC, will be able actually to agree on this, because they remember this is something that they have been trying to build for a very long time. So we still don't know.
Fred,
Yes.
your view on this?
I think one of the talking points in this peace deal is that the Iran must never have nuclear weapon. And the US is categorical and firm on that. They are saying that is non-negotiable. So for Iran and US to have reached a 60-day peace deal, it means that Iran might be having some concession on that, because the US is saying that that is non-negotiable. So for them to have had this peace deal for 60 days, it means that it's seemingly that Iran is willing to concede or to make concession on that. And in fact, I also read on one of the dailies that the Iranians had already agreed that the enriched uranium that is now buried deep under the Isfahan region. Remember the USB-2 bomber?
Yes.
Went there and bombed that nuclear site. And so those enriched uranium are deeply buried under the ground. And it's also being alleged that it's only the US that has the technology that they can dig that area. They get the enriched uranium. And then it's also being alleged that the US want that enriched uranium. So they are negotiating with Iran that to allow them, together with the UN nuclear specialists, to go and dig that area and take that enriched uranium to the US. So I don't know how it will pan out. Let's wait for the 60 days to maybe come to an end, and then we know the real the real peace deal. If the Iranians have made any concession, we will know by the end of the 60 days, or if they will be hell-bent that they will continue with their enrichment. Yes.
Yeah, thank you very much. We are waiting to see what will transpire after 60 days, but we hope that they will come to an agreement that will bring lasting peace, because the war has affected not only the Middle East, but world at large. Gentlemen, I'll give you 30 seconds each to give your final remarks. I'll start with you, Moses.
Yes, so to the Muslim world, we you know, we pass our sincere condolences in this time, in this mourning period. So continue mourning. The whole world is with you.
Yes.
Thank you, our viewers. My last statement. We need peace. We should advocate for peace. So I'm really optimistic that there will reach a one day in this world where we will live together as brothers and sisters with common provenance and origin. So peace, without peace, there can never be development. Without peace, there can never be uh, anything meaningful happening around us. So to our brothers globally, let's root for peace in the Middle East, in and all parts of the world. Remember, there are conflicts in Sudan, there are conflicts in Nigeria, there are conflicts in different parts of the world. So if we can preach peace, we live together, we embrace one another, and ensure that everyone is taking part in the development of this world, then all will be well. Thank you, and if you want content like this, keep watching us and subscribe to our channel.
It is peace that will make us prosper. It is peace that will make our world a better place to live. During this mourning period, to our Muslim brothers, to our brothers in Iran, Lebanon, we convey our condolences. Continue to mourn. The world is mourning with you. Thank you, our dear viewer. We always appreciate your support. Subscribe, hit that notification button so that anytime we upload our video, you will get a notification that a content has already arrived because of you. Thank you. See you in the next episode.